get something to sit on. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I've got my 2012 Mk6 Golf R back here, and we're going to be replacing the air filter in it. Part of the 60,000 mile service. There's really no videos on YouTube or anywhere I could find that do a good job of a tutorial on the replacement of that. And the air filter on the Golf R is a little bit different. On the GTI, it's got like a little compartment right in here, holds the air filter. Golf R, it's actually inside the engine cover. The engine cover can be a little tricky to get off, so I'm going to hopefully do a good job of showing how that works. Okay, so the tools you're going to need for this is a regular old Phillips screwdriver, or in this case, I do use a drill. You need your Torx bits, specifically the T25 and the T20. You're going to need your according ratchet for those Torx bits. In this case, I think that they're all a 1/4 inch ratchet adapter. So 1/4 inch ratchet. And then finally, you're going to need your pliers, or if you have hose clamps, those work even better. And that's it. You're going to want to grab your needle nose pliers, or you're going to want to grab your flathead screwdriver. This little air sensor right here, you're going to pull towards you on this tab. Oh. Alright, well don't do that. Don't yank it as hard as I did. You just pull it a little bit and it should come right off. I broke it, but we're good. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your pliers. So I got my pliers here. Grab onto this little clamp. And mine's already down, as you can see, but usually it's up here on the top of this hose, clamped onto the cover. You're going to wiggle it back until it's all the way back, and then you're just going to leave it be there. Pinch it, and you just drag it back. But you want to drag it back so it's no longer on the cover here. Next thing you're going to want to do is remove this hosing from the cover. So there's two clips. There's a clip here, and there's a clip back here. Undo this little clip. Alright. One thing to note is there's two little tabs on this hose here that are into the engine cover. You can just leave them be. So right here I say you don't need to disconnect these clips that go from the DV hose into the engine cover. That is false. In like 30 seconds, I am going to have to take these clips out of the engine cover. They might come out when you're pulling it out, but it doesn't really matter. One tip I have is to do this while the engine is warm. It's not, it's not hot where I'm going to hurt myself, but it's still warm. That way these little gaskets or whatever that's holding this cover on are, the rubber is warm and it's not cold and it'll come off a little easier. I already tugged on this guy and got it off. So basically you've got 4 points. You've got one here, you've got one here, you've got one here, and you've got one here. Now that we've got all the connections off, we can get working at pulling this cover off. So I've already got this one loose. One here. There's that one. One back here. I'm gonna make sure this hose is all the way off. Alright, there's that one. There's just one more. I'm gonna try to get this hose off of here. You know what? I gotta get these two things off before I yank it off. My needle nose again. I'm just gonna stick my pliers in there. What it is, this little prong on the end that hooks into this hole. It's got this little latch, so you gotta kind of pinch this latch back to yank it out. I'm gonna try to do this other one here. And wish me luck. So my friend Sam just pulled up. Stick your head in there. Tip for it is you got to get inside this cover, and if someone shines a light underneath, you can see. But there's a little hook in there that you got to pinch down from the inside of the cover to pull the tubing out. So now this is all loose, so I can try to get this last corner out.
Just to change your plug.
Oh, there we go. Woo! All right, I think that's it.
Laser plan.
Oh yeah, baby. Alright, she's off. Alright, so we got the thing off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. There might be more than 7 screws on the engine cover to get access at that air filter. Just take all the little screws out of the engine cover. It won't hurt. They all are in there to hold the filter in, so you're going to have to take them all out. Get Phillips to take them off. I don't know if you need to take this heat shield off. I don't think so. You can kind of see where that plug is right there. Usually that stays onto the gasket head or whatever that you call that thing. But it just came off right with the cover. So it's actually going to be easier to put back on with them in the cover like that. So just leave it. I did have to take the heat shield off. You need a different bit for that. I don't know what size star bit it was. This is not a star bit, but it's actually a Torx bit. It is a T20 Torx to take this heat shield off of the engine cover. Alright, so this is what it looks like in there. It's not that bad. No, this probably hasn't been changed for like 30,000 miles. Definitely 20. Not too bad. It's a little dirty, I guess. It feels kind of crusty and old. Alright, so we've got the old filter compared to the new one. I don't know, it's not a very good angle, but you can tell the old one's pretty fucking dirty compared to the new one. I think I'm going to clean out the inside of the cover here. Rub it out with some alcohol wipes. Alright, so I got some alcohol. Alcohol's good because it evaporates quick. I just spilled everywhere.
Paint them before you nicked the...
Alright, that was pretty dirty in there. Alright, wiping out the other side. Got that cleaned out somewhat decent, I guess. I'm probably not going to clean this for another like 20,000 miles, so whatever.
Or never.
Or never, yeah. Alright, so I'm putting the new one in there. Okay, so it kind of compresses in these little slots. Got room for all the screws to go in now, so we should be good to go. Now all there is to do is just put the cover back together, so it's lined up. Alright, so it's a little tricky. You got to kind of, in the front here, there's these little tabs. And you gotta hook the back end over the filter first, I guess.
Yeah, this one's all cracked. Look at that.
Put it in the top of the cover first. We got it. I think it's in. I just gotta put the screws in. Right, so we gotta put all the little bolts back on. Alright guys, so that's it, we're done. I mean, I
want to redo that because I was yelling.
No, I know, Nick. You're yelling.
I sliced myself.
So be careful because there's a little aluminum heat shield back by the turbo inlet pipe that you can cut yourself on if you slip your finger putting the cover back on. Yeah, it's really sharp, so just heads up. There's some sharp pieces back there. Okay, so unfortunately I didn't film me putting the engine cover back on for you guys, but it's essentially the same process as the removal, just in reverse. You're gonna put the engine cover on, you're gonna loosely put it over those grommets, you're gonna push each corner in until you hear it click in or you feel it suck back in, and then you're gonna go ahead and connect the turbo inlet hose with those two metal aluminum clamps. You're gonna snip those on. You're gonna put the two clips with the DV hose back into the side of the engine cover. You're gonna put the MAF sensor, the mass airflow sensor, you're gonna put that back into its slot. You'll hear it click. And then you have the front of the airbox that you moved that hose clamp down earlier. You're just gonna slide that back into place. Use your pliers to squeeze the hose clamp and put it back up on the engine cover so it's all clamped together. And then you're done with the stock air filter installation, removal and installation, and you will be good. You won't have to change it out for another 20,000 miles, 10 to 20,000 miles or so. What's up, guys?